So I would say that predatory proselytization, and to define the term, it's actually a term that I coined.
Right.
I'm a lawyer by training, and one of the things that we learn about is predatory lending and predatory advertising. And this
Right.
is when a specific group is targeted as a result of certain vulnerabilities. This might be economic vulnerabilities, it might be educational vulnerabilities. And so there is latent in that, or within that, this idea that you're using unethical means. It could be force, it could be, holding certain much needed humanitarian assistance hostage unless you are willing to convert. That's what falls under the rubric of predatory proselytization. So
Right.
when I was looking at this, or rather when we were looking at this challenge, we were largely focused actually on India and what's called the 1040 window. This
Okay.
is kind of a longitudinal and latitudinal geography. It includes the African subcontinent, parts of the Middle East, as well as India and Asia, that evangelicals have targeted for mass conversion.
Right.
But that said, so that's where you see it happening, predatory proselytization happening in a manner that's widespread. In the United States, it's going to be a little bit more subtle. On college campuses, for instance, there are ministries that are focused on targeting Hindu students, and they'll have tactics that are kind of disturbing. And so I'll give you an example. One pamphlet, they actually had a conference in which Christian students that are evangelical, now not all Christians, there have been changes within the Christian worldview, and there are some denominations that are more pluralistic than others.
Right.
But evangelicals, not even all evangelicals, but some of the more conservative ones, definitely engage in conversion and see Hinduism as a false religion. So in
Right.
these conferences, they encourage students to befriend Hindu students, to start asking questions as if they are curious about it. Then they'll say, "Oh, host a Bollywood event or invite them over and celebrate Diwali." And so they really use these tactics in which they are building a friendship, but the friendship is all on a false premise. Eventually, just as we see in India, there's some encouragement of, okay, you have all of these deities, but look, if you put your faith in Jesus,
Yeah.
all these good things are going to happen. And then slowly you can get rid of all your other false gods and put Jesus there as your savior. So that's one example.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.